In commencement, if somebody pushes you, you widen your base and redirect their push, then unload the springs of your arms and legs. In Grass Bird's Tail Left, your right hand can redirect a punch downward while your left hand sneaks over the top to the side of the face or the neck. In Grass Bird's Tail Right, you'll step forward to intercept the punch and then redirect it over your head. In Pull Back, you'll redirect your opponent's force and then add some of your own. In Press Forward, you learn to expand from a compressed state to generate power. Push teaches the concept of absorbing your opponent's energy and redirecting it back into them. Single Whip can be used to redirect punches, pulling the second punched off, balance them, and stepping behind to trip them to the floor. Raise Hands teaches the concept of slipping a punch and counterattacking at the same time. Most steps in a Tai Chi form can be translated into a low kick. Stork Spreads Its Wings uses the concept of fighting to be inside your opponent's arms where it's easier to counterattack. The left brush knee could be a push on the hip and shoulder. Use Twist Step to regain your balance. Pressing down on the wrist while lifting the elbow brings you to play the fiddle. Left brush knee can also block a kick while pushing your opponent off balance. In Step Forward Parry and Punch, you close the distance while redirecting their punch to return one of your own. In Apparent Close-Up, if you're grabbed, you can use the spiral power of your entire body to clear their hand, and then uncoil to push them away. You can only defend so much until you're going to get hit. So in Cross Hands, your defense will flow with your opponent while looking for an opportunity to take control. Carry Tiger to Mountain combines a series of pushes and pulls to confuse your opponent's balance and gain control of their center. The movement of Fist Under Elbow combines the redirection of force and footwork that you might see in a judo throw. In Repulse Monkey, we redirect a punch and then use opposing force to stop their momentum. Once you've figured out their timing, you could use Slanting Flying to redirect their punch and then control their arm with a joint lock. In this application of Raise Hands, we're creating openings to a series of vital targets. This time, Stork Spreads Its Wings as defending a combo, and then a left brush knee will off-balance a kick. From there, a Twist Step closes the distance so he can use a needle at C-bottom to grab their leg for a takedown. Fan through the back could be redirecting a punch while striking a pressure point. The position of the hand could also set up a throw using the head. In Whitesnake Spits Out Tongue, we use a back fist to the nose to block the punch and blind them from our eye poke. From there, where the head goes, the body must follow. In this application of Single Whip, we're using the body's twisting power to create the whipping motion with the back of the hand. The beginning of Cloud Hands could be redirecting a kick and then closing the distance to create the power for a Dragon Wing strike. If your opponent is in an open stance, you could use the step behind to set up a reverse hip throw. If your opponent is in a closed stance, you could use the step in front to set up an outside foot read. In this version of Single Whip, we're using coiling power to both redirect punches and attack the solar plexus. Snake Creeps Down could be redirecting the punch while dropping your center to strike up at the groin. Golden Rooster could be a strike to the groin and throat. It could also be used to block a Wing Chun attack. After redirecting a push, you could use a separation kick to control the hands and strike the groin. After off-balancing your opponent with a kick to their groin, you could use left foot kicks with Soul to kick out the supporting leg and drop them to the floor. Brush knees can be used to close the distance and off-balance the opponent backward so that you can follow up with a punch downward to make them sit on the floor. In the transition for this Grass Bird's Tail Left, we redirect a punch so we can strike to the head. Step forward with Grass Bird's Tail Right to intercept their punch. From there, use the head to make the body follow. The press sets up the push, which we will then use to slingshot into Single Whip and then take control with an upward armbar. Fair Lady Works at Shuttles combines a high block with a palm strike. The transition could also lead to a very brutal shoulder lock. When being attacked by multiple opponents, the most important target is the one sneaking up behind you. Another important concept for dealing with multiple attackers is making yourself a moving target so you're harder to hit. Fair Lady Works at Shuttles demonstrates this concept by moving to all four corners. The core concepts of Tai Chi are represented in grass bird's tail left, grass bird's tail right, pull back, press forward, push, and single whip, which is why they're repeated so many times throughout the form. This application of snake creeps down redirects a punch to set up a fireman throw. When using the groin strike application of snake creeps down, you could then transition to step up to form 7 stars, which could be a cross lapel choke. In retreat to ride tiger, we create space when our opponent takes space. The spin could be used to redirect a punch from behind and then attack the knee and the groin. Shoot tiger with bow redirects a push and then off balances the opponent, opening a head kick. Follow up with a block and counter punch. Use the knuckles to strike the back of the opponent's hands, transitioning into step forward, parry, punch, and apparent close-up. Conclusion of Tai Chi ends the 54 movement Yang style form. Thanks for watching our video. If you enjoyed it, like it and make sure to share that with a friend. Click the subscribe button and then hit that notification bell so you can catch our next exciting video.